Hi, and welcome to Craft Along with Jay. My name is Yara, and I'm so happy you could be here with me today. Today, we'll make three simple Easter crafts. You need a little wood house from the Dollar Tree, some scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby, some white jute twine, some vintage white paint from Folk Art, a little pink flower. I'm not sure why I got that. And then some letter tiles, which I'm not quite sure where I got from either. The first thing I do is paint the frame around the house with a vintage white. I give it two coat for full coverage. We're going to make this nice and spring-like, ready for Easter. And then I take my scrapbook paper and I kind of with my finger uh, kind of trace the inside of the house, and then I'll cut it out. And you'll see then that even doing that, I cut it a little too small and you can still see some of the black on the edges. So I end up having to cut a new piece to make sure it fits all the way to the edge. You see, it didn't quite fit all the way. So I didn't have a whole lot of paper left, so I kind of worked with what I had because I really like this paper and I wanted the bunny to be in the forefront. So I have to do two sections. So I do the bottom part and then I cut another piece for the roof part. And I just use some Elmer's glue to glue it down. Just like that. And then I trace out a little piece for the roof. Yeah, I glue that down. And then I'll take my white jute twine and I'll go around the edge all the way around the inside of the house. And then because you can see there's two pieces of paper, I do take some twine and go across where those two pieces meet. It really looks like you separate the house and the roof. So it doesn't look bad at all. It actually looks pretty good. I want to thank all my subscribers for being here, supporting me and my channel. I truly appreciate it. And if you're new and you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload new content. I would really truly appreciate that. But for now, thank you all for being here with me today. It means the world to me. Have you decorated your house yet for Easter or for spring? Kind of change of season? I have some, not all, still working on it, but I get some things put up every day, a little bit here and there. But let me know down in the comment section what you've done so far. I like this time of year. It's just such a nice, fun, colorful time. Makes me happy. And that should outline the inside of the house. And then we just kind of go across at the top. Yep, just like that. And it actually doesn't look bad. It looks pretty good doing that. Kind of give it a little bit more dimension to the house. So it all worked out just fine. And then what I do not show, but you will see here in a second, is that I did take some of that scrapbook paper and cut out a piece to cover the chimney. I didn't think that black chimney kind of went with the spring feel. And I just cut out a flower from there and glued to the top. There you go. It looks so much better, doesn't it? Then I take these letter tiles and I spell out the word hello on one side, and then I'll spell out the word spring on the other side. And then I'll take my hot glue and glue them each down. And then I'll take that pink flower and I'll glue it to the top of my house. And it looks really nice like that. I'm really pleased with it. What do you think? Here we go. For this next one, you need some Easter eggs from the Dollar Tree, a wood crate, floral foam, which I believe I do not use, a little tag, some paint in vintage white and moss, 4 beads, wood beads, Easter ears headband, and some moss. And then I take the moss paint and I paint the front and the back and the sides, and I do the inside as well. So full coverage, because you will be able to see some of the inside. So it's just better to have a clean look in there. And the 4 wood beads, I end up painting those moss green as well. I like this moss green. I use it a lot, especially this time of the year. Do you prefer a moss green kind of muted color, or do you prefer a bright green color? Let me know down in the comments. I would love to know. Kind of get in between the cracks as well. Almost done with the outside. And now we're almost done with the inside. It's called speed painting. Then I take my little tag and I use some antique wax and I brush some on and then I wipe it off, the excess off. And then I take the vintage white and I give it a heavy dry brushing. So you paint across, you don't cover up all the green, you just dry brush across and cover up most of it. But some of that green will show through. Gives it a really nice look. And then I go around the edge of that little wood tag. And I got the beads and I glue them each under the bottom of my crate in each corner. And then, oh, this one gave me a hard time. I was sitting with this for the longest, trying to get these ears off because I didn't need the whole headband. But eventually, I got it off. There we go. Took some time. And then I just glue it to the back of my crate. And because you could still see some of that plastic from the headband at the bottom of the ears, I took some of the leftover fabric part and kind of glued it to the bottom to cover it up. And it blended in really, really well. You couldn't really tell at all. Gave it a nice clean look. Yep, just cut it to size and then glue it in there. Looks so much better like that. There it is. And then, where did I go? Oh yeah, I went to get that pen to write eggs for sale on my little wood tag. And then I glued it to the front of my crate to some hot glue. And here you'll see I did not use the floral foam. My eggs were so big that it wasn't needed. So I just take some of the moss and put it in the bottom of my crate. And then I just start arranging my eggs till it looks like how I want it to look. Kind of play around with it. There we go. And then I just take some more of the moss and kind of stuff it in where there's some little gaps in between the eggs just to fill it up a bit. And I don't glue that in, I just kind of stuff it in there. And it turned out super cute. Look at that. Oh, I love it. What do you think? Let me know. And for this one, I have 3 wooden Easter eggs. I believe it's from a package from Dollar Tree. Did not use those. Got some wood beads, some jute twine, and some ballet pink folk art paint, French lilac, sky blue, and some vintage white, and some wood glue that I'm not using. So I paint one egg with the ballet pink and another egg with the sky blue and the last egg with the French lilac. And then here I'm using my vintage white and I'm going to decorate my eggs. I use a little sponge dauber, kind of dip it into the paint. Got a little too much, kind of get some of it off. And then I just kind of dot on my egg, making large circles like that. And I kind of dip it in the paint for each little circle. Then for this next one, I am making some squiggly lines. I go across the top and then I do another line towards the bottom. And then for the next one, I am using the tip of my paintbrush, dip it in the paint, and just make little polka dots all over my egg. And then I'm using this little wood panel, crate panel, whatever it's called, from the Dollar Tree. And I'm painting that with vintage white. And I paint the front in between each little wood piece, the sides, and the back. So full coverage. And I give it 2 coats all the way around. I even go in between. And then once it's all dry, I'm taking some of the white jute twine and I'm stringing my beads and I'm ending up using 10 beads. And I kind of go purple, pink, blue, purple, pink, blue. And I used 10 because that kind of turned out to be the length that I wanted for it. So it wouldn't be too short or too long. Then once I have my beads on there, I double knot each end. And then cut off the excess. And then once I've done that, I kind of take my little Easter eggs and put them on my wood panel. And once I've got the placement down, I use some hot glue and glue them down. Do the purple and blue next to each other first. Do you guys have the same problem with the hot glue? All that strands that keeps hanging out. By the time I'm done crafting, I have it all over me, even in my hair. I don't even know how. Please let me know if you have the same problem. I really hope I'm not the only one who's so messy. And there, I did the pink one on top. And what do I do next? I take my little flowers, and they're from the Dollar Tree, and I put that on the top of each egg to cover the little hole. A little extra embellishment. And then I'll go ahead and glue on my little hanger to the back. Put some glue, push it down, and then add some more glue on top. It's just for some extra reinforcement. So it should stay on there. And that's it. And here they all are. I think they turned out so pretty. What do you think? So colorful, so bright. Just ready for the holidays, Easter, spring. I want to thank you all so much for watching my video. I truly appreciate it. Until next time.